is what you're made of. You are perfect and pure, even if you're not sure. It's what you're made of. L-O-V-E, love.
Soon it will be Christmas Day. But what does that mean to you? We can actually give it any meaning that we want. We can be just happy we're getting presents. We could be miserable because something bad happened to us every Christmas. We could give it all kinds of meaning. We could be praising somebody that was born 2,000 years ago, or we could be really, really, really excited that the divinity within us is forming as a Christ being and being born in us this year, this season, right now, starting today. We could be really excited that peace is within us. And we do have the means to bring peace to planet Earth through the Christ in us. That we can activate our Christ consciousness. That we can expand our being. That we can grow and learn how to be that divine being that we are. And we can be in peace ourselves. Today's message comes from a lesson from A Course in Miracles, one of my favorite lessons, lesson 188. The peace of God is shining in me now. This is our second Sunday of the Advent season. This is the week of peace. And so we have for every day, and these booklets, by the way, are really awesome. Any of you got one last week? If you didn't, there's some more out on the table. Please pick up your free booklet called With Love at Christmas. It's the Christmas Advent book from Unity. And so we're celebrating the peace of God within us. As we do that, we must remember that this is a peace which transcends the world entirely. It is not a peace which comes from human consciousness, but from the serenity of spirit that proceeds from the realm of the absolute. Anyone in a 12-step program, or even has heard of a 12-step program, knows of the serenity prayer. It starts out, God grant me the serenity. So if you want to accept the things that you cannot change, know that you cannot change the nature of God, which is good. You cannot change the nature of yourself, which is light, which is Christ, which is consciousness, which is love. You cannot change that the real nature of everything in the universe is divine. You can't change that. So I want to accept it. I want to accept the divinity of myself and everything else in creation. Wow, and now I can also work on the things I can change. Amen. Now this is very simple. The things I can't change are already there. The thing I can change is myself. That's right. That's it. Amen. It's that simple. I can change myself, my thinking, my thoughts, my actions, my beliefs, my emotions. I can change those things. My perception of myself and of you and of the world. I can change the inner landscape. I want you to understand how important this is, guys, for your inner peace. If you want to feel peace, you have to change your inner landscape. Charles Fillmore said that peace is harmony and tranquility derived from awareness of Christ consciousness. Harmony and tranquility. That's from the Revealing Word. So in our deep recognition of God within, let us remember this peace, this tranquility is always available, awaiting our recognition. And it's awaiting our willingness to share it with others. Jesus said, peace I give you, my peace I am leaving with you. This is at the very end of his ministry and his time on earth. So the greatest gift in his estimation that he could leave for us was peace. Was our experience of peace. And he also said, I do not give to you as the world gives, which kind of gives me the indication that the peace I'm talking about transcends human consciousness. So if we're going to talk about peace, we have to look at the definitions of peace from a worldly perspective and also from the spiritual perspective. This is from the little book. That's why I'm carrying this around. I was so excited about this. So from our little booklet, it says, the world defines peace as the cessation of conflict. When the war is over, there is peace. When the situation at work or at home or at school is fixed, I'll be at peace. But when the war ends or the situation is resolved, something else pops up. Oh, magically, to disturb our peace once again. Spiritual wisdom teaches that peace arises from within. The soul that is in harmony with spirit knows peace. Peace in our world begins with peace in our hearts and minds. Peace is not the cessation of conflict. It is a consciousness attuned to the divine order, the divine timing that's inherent in all creation. He has a great acronym here. He says, peace is natural when I accept that good, orderly direction. G-O-D. Good, orderly direction. It means I'm flowing. I'm flowing with the divine. I'm flowing with the good. I'm accepting the good. I'm accepting what is. That was from Reverend Matthew Long, by the way. So, that reminds me of a saying that I've heard several different ways, that the ego says, when everything falls into place, I'll find peace. When I get the right job, the right relationship, this happens out there in the world, when this person gets elected or when this person gets impeached. I don't know. Either way, you think that if that happens, you will find peace. It never happens. Because there's always another situation and another person and another circumstance to upset your peace. There's always something there. So it could not be that way. Wisdom says, when I choose peace, everything falls into place. Amen. I choose peace. I'm not looking for it. I'm not searching for it. It's not dependent on circumstances out there changing. I am choosing it. I am content. I am peaceful. I am happy. I am joyful. I am free. The peace of God is shining in me now. The truth is, the peace of God is already within you. And in the greater truth, peace is what you are. Peace is an intrinsic aspect of creation. And being part of creation, you are endowed with all the same attributes of the divine. And peace is one of them. The peace of the divine, the peace of God is shining in you now. You can just say that within yourself. The peace of God is shining within me now. Shining as me right now. And as you say these words, allow me to share with you a few sentences from the Course in Miracles. The peace of God is shining in you now, and from your heart extends around the world. It pauses to caress each living thing, and it leaves a blessing with it that remains forever and forever. What it gives must be eternal. It brings renewal to all tired hearts, and it lights all vision as it passes by. All of its gifts are given everyone. And everyone unites in giving thanks to you who give this peace and to you who have received it. The peace of God can never be contained. For who recognizes it within himself must give it. And the means for giving it are in your understanding. The peace of God is shining in you now and in all living things. In quietness, it is acknowledged universally. For what your inward vision looks upon is your perception of the universe. So say to yourself, the peace of God is shining in me now. Let all things and all beings shine upon me in that peace. And let me bless them with the light in me. Let me bless everything and everyone in creation with the peace that I find. When you are giving your peace, when you're sharing it, no one can take it from you. You're actually expanding it. You're growing deeper and more expanded in your peace as you give it away. Nothing can disturb your peace when you know that peace is your natural state. When you know it's a choice that you are making and not something that you acquire. No one and nothing can disturb your peace. So when Jesus says, I give to you, not as the world gives, he's talking about that eternal, everlasting, uninterrupted peace, which is present at the very core of you and of everything and everyone in creation. He's offering that peace which surpasses all human understanding. And he's reminding you that in order to keep it, you must give it as well. So in this season of celebration of the birth of the Christ in you, let us remember the peace of God is shining in us right here and right now. Let us endeavor to find the peace of God within us. Truly, make it our practice to find the peace of God within us. And finally discover that our true nature is not one of separation and of violence, but of one of inner tranquility and outer harmony, attained by the awareness of the Christ consciousness. When Charles Fillmore said, peace is harmony and tranquility, think of it as inner tranquility and outward harmony. You're tranquil within. The inner landscape is tranquil. It's peaceful. And now your perception of the universe is one of harmony. Everything begins to harmonize. Everything begins to relate to each other in that same peace. It truly does begin within us. Sometimes we look at the outward circumstances, but we don't realize that we're only seeing a small part. The greater part of this human circumstance is one of peace, is one of joy, is one of love, is one of giving, is one of real, actual community of human beings trying to navigate this human experience. Don't look at the little tiny aspect of separation, of the ego holding on to its reality, trying to hold on to its reality as what is really going on in the world. Because what's going on is a great awakening to the Christ within, the Christ consciousness within. Yeah, it's a still small voice. It's not The awakening, the true awakening can't be televised. The true awakening, cannot be something that goes viral on the internet. The true awakening is something that happens within you. It can't be subsequently observed because you've gone beyond observation. When Jesus said in Luke 17, the kingdom of heaven is not attained through observation. That's a very high scientific principle, actually. The kingdom of heaven is not over here, it's not over there, it's within you. And when you experience it within, you will see it out there. Peace on earth, it's up to you. And that's the way it is. Amen.
You have been watching the message from our Sunday celebration service here at Unity on Cape Cod, providing a positive path for spiritual living. Please join us every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. at 147 Walton Ave, Hyannis, Mass. And visit us online at unityonCapeCod.org. This video was made possible in part through a grant from Unity Worldwide Ministries and the Templeton Foundation.